Maybe he could because he's seen it so much.
So when he had to sign his signature, what did he do?
He signed his name. But he's been signing his name for a long time. Are we late?
Yeah, we live.
Hey man, what's up? We podcasting again, man. I ain't even finna get into all the other bullshit. These niggas was sucking Jay-Z dick very hard.
All right, nigga, chill out.
Not at all.
They say he just put out the greatest rap verse of
I never
all
said
time.
that. That's not even his best verse.
That's what y'all just was saying.
No, I just said it was a great one, but I didn't say that's his best one. That ain't one of his greatest verses. Or it's a great verse, but it's not. It's like it ain't even. I wouldn't even say that's top 5 Jigga's verse.
Well, y'all was just acting like it was the greatest.
It's dope.
It wasn't the best one. It wasn't the best one on the song. Wasn't the best verse on the song.
That's Josh being a contrarian. It was the best verse on the song.
I mean, my nigga, I'm not Democrat, Republican, contrarian, and none of that shit.
Contrarian.
Nigga. I'm none of those things. I just feel like Lil Wayne went off. Wayne was on there talking that shit.
Wayne was okay, but it wasn't nowhere near what Jay was doing.
But that made Jay-Z go ahead. And rap for 5 minutes. That way he was like, nigga, can't nobody be better than me.
Nah, it's a lot of people that got long verses, but people ain't caring about it.
Who? The game rapped for 8 minutes straight.
And I wasn't checking for that song. Whatever. He could have kept that.
Whatever, man.
He could have kept that. That 30-minute cannabis song, he could have kept that.
One thing I like that Jay-Z said on there, I liked a lot of it. I'm just talking shit to be talking shit. This is for entertainment purposes. I like when he said they fuck around and get the right niggas wealth. I like to hear that. Because I think for the longest we've been getting money and the wrong niggas had it. And I think they mad about him having that. And now we like, damn, we ain't got to blow it all on chains and cars and, you know, BBLs and shit like that. So I did like a lot of shit he said I like. I just like fucking with y'all because y'all love that nigga. Like,
I mean, he talented, bro. He talented.
I'll tell y'all, like, Jordan's not my favorite player, but I know he's the greatest of all time. Yeah. I can appreciate why he is the best. But Magic Johnson is my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel about how you feel about Jay. I feel about Drake. I don't like his music at all, but I recognize his music is a part of right now. He's talented.
He's it.
But I don't like if a Drake album comes out, I don't even really check to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could go my whole life without listening to any new Drake music.
Damn.
Yeah, Drake, my guy. I listen to more Drake than I do Jay-Z. Like I can guarantee you, like in a given week. Like, but this song I have listened to a lot. That Jay-Z was on there talking shit. I cannot lie about that. That whole shit he was saying, I was very impressed. And it was just like, nigga, you know, I just like once he got on and started yelling at Guru, I was like, this nigga finna go off. Where we at, Goo? Where we at, Goo? And Guru love that nigga so much. Like, I want a nigga that feel that way about my art. The way Guru talk about Jay-Z rapping, you could tell that nigga
he been his engineer for so long. And then also we got to remember, like, I look at these appearances like they like invitationals now because it's such a long verse. And Jay do that now. Like, even like when he did the first joint he did with Pusha T, that joint he did Was Free with, like, he'll come on and like he get off it, like and it's kind of like outside the format of the song. So like if a person get an argument that like, okay, his verse kind of changed the context of the song, I agree with that because he ain't just dropped like 16, he ain't even dropped 20. He went like 4 minutes long, which if that's the argument, I can feel you there. It's like he doing like some invitational stuff, like almost like when you know how like the pro basketball players play pickup in the summertime. Sometimes they'll just work on one aspect of their game. So it's been times they say like Kobe would play pickup and he would just focus on posting up. Yeah. So you'd be like, damn, I played with Kobe, but I didn't even really feel like I was playing with Kobe because all he was doing was posting up or just focusing on left-handed threes or something like that. Yeah, so it's like, that's kind of what I feel like Jay is doing right now, but he can do that. It ain't like he actively in the game 16. He just rap, you got what you do. Want to. You do what you do. I do what I do. Like, to me, if we really gonna have a verse for versus verse conversation, we all gotta have the same format. We all gotta do the same thing.
We all doing the same amount of bars. But now I mean, I think he only raps so much that when he do it, it's a special event. So it's like, all right, nigga, I might not rap again in 2024. So I'm gonna give y'all niggas 4 minutes worth of shit. And he probably had that in him to be like, all right, I'm just finna go. And that's why I kind of think also people romanticize whatever Jay-Z do because it's so few and far in between to hearing that nigga do the shit. It's like, damn, this is the greatest shit ever. Like, nigga, if you ain't had steak in 3 years, the first steak you eat, nigga, is gonna be like probably the greatest steak ever, no matter where you got it from.
Yeah, and I'm like, here we go. I'm not as much of an M fan no more. The M verse on that project is dope too, and he kind of doing M coming back to rap a lot more than Jay. but he kind of do that invitational stuff too. Like if we really gonna rate stuff, you kind of got to fit in the same format as everybody else. To me,
so it ain't no rating. It was an event. It happened, and how do DJ Khaled? Oh well, now that we here, we gonna talk. Super Saiyan Simp. It's basically we gonna get into. I saw a video online where this guy basically did something for this girl that wasn't his woman. So I just want to hear what was something that you did for somebody that was not your person, like it wasn't your guy, wasn't your girl, wasn't your them, they, her, whatever your pronoun is. So we're gonna tap into that. But what I want to say is, how do DJ Khaled just like, it's like he just put together an all-star weekend game of artists, and that's just it. And it, like, that's really not.
You got to stop saying another one, bro. These. All right, you've been bombing on a few of these tracks, bro. For real, it's not
everyone ain't another.
Everyone ain't. He been bombing lately. That fucking weak ass staying alive bullshit, bro. I'm like, come on, G, y'all. This was lazy. This was fucking like, come on, bro.
But another thing though, the way that Khaled is doing it's like, I don't know if music is at that point. Like he's still doing like the mixtape thing, but like music is transition now where it ain't. Like it's almost too much to have that many artists on a project where like people will listen. And I think like if we looked at the like he actually was mad at when
Tyler the Creator.
No, it was him too. But he went out and he point blank from his position at like Capitol Records was mad at Travis Scott because he was trying to say my music is better and blah 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 and all of this because Travis Scott's people was listening to his album like streaming it continuously like for a month. With Khaled, it's like people listen to it when it dropped, like, oh, I want to hear City Girls and Sweetie on the same song.
A lot of shit
and then like right after, bam, you know what I'm saying? It's like I listen to the song for a week and then that's it. It's like I don't know if people is really after that whole mixtape feel of wow, this person on there and that person on there and that person on there. It's like if you can just give us some dope regular ass music from you, they like it more. Like if I had to go across Detroit right now, everybody waiting on what Babyface Ray gonna do next.
Yeah,
way more than this Khaled. And no offense to Khaled, it's like Jay is dope, all the people on there, M is dope, but when that Babyface Ray drop, it's gonna be everybody gonna be blessed.
My boy EG, what's up, EG? Amber said he stays exclusive. She talking about Jay-Z. And then my boy E Green said his music ain't really his music. It's not. It's just like you taking a collection of people's shit, doing a bunch of favors, and then you sit around and be like, God did. It's like we kind of get your method of getting people to fuck with your shit. You know, you create these viral moments. Are the Drake vocals in yet? And it's just like, man, all right, we get it. Like we want some Quincy Jones when he put motherfuckers together. It's like a musicality type thing to it. It's like everybody adds something different. You just getting the best nigga. You just getting the most popular motherfuckers and putting them on songs. All right, Lotto and City Girls, talk about how y'all pussies worth some money.
And
then you get Future and you put SZA together and he gets some here and there, but like you said, it's like don't act like you putting together these great bodies of work. It's like, in the beginning we gonna listen, then after that we not gonna fuck with it again. I don't think it's a Khaled album nobody ever gonna look up and go back and listen to.
I don't know if I don't know a Khaled album other than like the first We the Best.
I remember this one. I remember this one. The Suffering from Success. He had his hand over his head. That was the thing. Me and my nigga used to laugh at that because his hand was over his head, like Suffering from Success. It was like a pose that nigga was doing, bro.
Hilarious.
We was pissing on ourselves laughing at these niggas. And then remember they got mad. He's like, we the best. Woo-wee, nigga. And they was like, hold on, look out then, nigga. You can't say nigga.
I mean, he stopped doing that.
Yeah, he
did because they was definitely getting in cancel world with him. But I mean, I just think what he doing, it was a moment in time. Like Drama. Who else was doing all the mixtape? Like just that mixtape era was.
Hit that Suffering from
Success. It was a
card.
moment in time, bro.
This gonna be us. This gonna be us on the yacht. This gonna be us on the yacht, my nigga. Suffering from Success.
I don't know if a yacht is in my future, my friend.
This how you look at your bitch through your phone. You like, I can't believe this bitch. This how you be looking like.
No.
What I'm gonna tell her now.
Not at all. Not at all.
Why the front of my boxer sticking to my dick?
Not at all.
Suffering from herpes.
Hilarious.
Good point. Bringing up Quincy Jones. What's up, Riri? But yeah, man. So yeah, Khaled did his thing. That ain't what we came in to talk about. We got a lot of shit we want to jump in and talk about. All right, let's do this right now. I can't believe I said herpes. I could have picked any other venereal disease and I said herpes. My bad.
Shout out to herpes.
Yeah, I mean, some people got it. Some people got it, and some people don't. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to.
Not shout out to. These niggas say herpes. Herpes. It's a friend of the show, man. Herpes. A good friend of the show.
Here we go.
Okay, so Hard Knocks. I did Hard Knocks, right? And the funny thing about it is, I found out I was gonna do it. I only did that because they told me to hit the bell. I wouldn't have did it. I did it because wait a minute, how did that happen? Oh, so the night, nigga, the podcast I did with the last one we did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
With when Dez came through, up. I literally got the call when I was sitting outside. My man Train called me, one of his students. Works for the Lions PR team. They saw me at the Lions didn't see me, but he was at the Aretha when I performed opening up that show, one of them R&B Wednesdays. And he was like, the coach wants some comedy, we want Josh.
Sax Appeal. Shout out Sax Appeal.
Yeah, shout out to Sax. So then I came up here. We literally set up everything while I was sitting up here talking to him. Kari went over there, typed up some shit for me, made it look real professional. And we got less money than we supposed to. We should have hit them niggas over the head. They gave fucking Aiden Hutchinson $23 million. I should have asked for 1.5.
Hilarious.
I should have, but we really undersold ourselves. Get them likes up. Share this motherfucker. Oh yeah, I forget to say that. Like and share this motherfucker. Y'all gonna hear some shit here that I don't really say. I don't know if you heard all the interviews about it, but I did a couple so far. But yeah, so I went out there. They set the shit up. We drove out there, and I got to perform for the Lions. First thing I walked in there and saw was them niggas playing spades.
Wait, time out. You didn't give the full context for people that don't know. So Hard Knocks is a show where it's a combination between NFL films and HBO films, where it basically covers the training camp portion of an NFL season. This show been on for like maybe 20 something years. Yeah. The one I remember, and a lot of people remember, like the Baltimore Ravens had a classic one. New York Jets had a classic one. And this one, like a lot of people is responding to, like it got a lot of love, like across the internet, across the football world. But it basically is the first thing, like getting people prepped for what football season will become. Yeah. So this is pretty big. Like it gets millions of people just like tuned in for what will happen with the NFL season. A lot of people like dying for football, and it gets fix. It's reality TV of football. They usually will track the story of like a couple people trying to make the team, and then some stars on the team, maybe some veterans on the team, and then even the coaches too. So I just wanted to give that context.
Okay,
first,
yeah, I just assumed everybody watched that shit. My bad. You're right, Kari. I appreciate that. So that's what it is, man. It's a bunch of rich motherfuckers trying to get on the team, and motherfuckers who ain't so rich trying to get on this team. And yeah, they just fighting. So you kind of invested in some of the players. And the fucked up part about this thing is, a lot of the dudes that I shook hands with got cut. So I feel like it was my fault. A lot of the dudes I showed love to.
Was a merchant.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Pemberton. I don't want to mess his name up. He from Muskegon. He came up to me afterwards while receiving him 83. He was like, man, you was funny as hell. I'm from Muskegon. I'm like, my nigga, because he went to Central. And then both of the and you know what's funny is Jared Goff gave me a pound, but both of the backup quarterbacks gave me the claps. Them niggas gone.
Both of them. Shout out David Blau. They cut him today, I think.
Yeah, them niggas gone. Ain't nothing funny about this. I'm just telling y'all what's crazy. And then Jared Davis, the linebacker that they brought back, gave him a play. That nigga gone.
Damn.
So my bad.
You should have seen if you could have got you a little practice squad tryout, nigga.
While you playing, coach said that 3-4 times. I was like, nigga, I'll play. Just cut me a little check, nigga. And
what would you play? Would you try to play QB?
Hell no, I wouldn't try to play QB. I wouldn't try to play.
You know,
I mean, it is what I know, but them niggas coming too hard around that edge.
You play defensive special team?
Nah, nigga. This the position I want to play. I want to play the deep man in the victory formation. So that's too much for y'all. Y'all don't get that. EJ get that. That's when the quarterback take a knee and this nigga way back there, just in case he fumble, he tackle.
That's two plays a game, nigga. At the end.
That's all I want to do. I do that for any team. I do that for the Lions. I play the deep man in the victory formation. Just give me 1.2. Give me 1.2.
I got a question. With
$1 million signing bonus.
I got a question. Was there anybody like on the team that you was like, if I practice, I could have got at this nigga? You ain't gotta say no names, but like it's like, okay, I could have got at this nigga.
I looked at Jared Goff. You mean like scrapping?
Not scrapping. I mean, like you could have, like it's like if I practice, I could have made the team.
We'll never get invited back to the Lions.
Let me say this:
he got them hands on our quarterback.
That's my quarterback. You don't beat up my quarterback. No, what happened was this though. What made me feel that way? What up, Tez? The funny thing is, I talked to Tez too right before we did all this shit. We was talking about some shit. So what happened was this. nigga, all like they're small. EJ,
yeah,
like okay, so my last semblance of just even thinking about football was high school. You know how like high school football, it's maybe one or two big guys on the team. Like you like this a motherfucking football. Everybody else just small and they just got a skill that they're good at. That's the NFL, but it's you just kind of double. Maybe it's more big ass guys. It might be 5 or 6 guys that you like. These are impressive looking athletes. Everybody else is just in really good shape and they work out good and they just super refined at their skill. So in reality, a lot of them I look like Swift is a small guy. That's Swift is a little guy, but in reality, when you think about it, he's not a big dude. He put them pads on, but he's just, you know what I'm saying? He got skill, he fast, and all other shit. So seeing them and looking at them like the wide receivers and shit like that, like these motherfuckers is going across the middle, catching that bitch. But like I said, salute to them because they have worked at a skill so hard that they are some of the top motherfuckers in the world. But yeah, it was a lot of them. It was a lot of them, dog. But it was cool. They put the little thing on me. Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Solomon. It was a cool experience, bro. Just I wish I could have sat around and kicked it more with them. I don't know what they did afterwards, but
and then got on ESPN after too.
You did. You was on ESPN. You was on Bleacher Report.
Yeah, Eric Woodard. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? From Flint, he interviewed my guy.
Real dude. I told y'all I was. Well, I don't know if y'all heard this, but I was up north. I was up north last week. I wasn't here, but we watched it up north. And when I texted you, it was like, oh shit, you was on Hard Knocks, and that episode was coming out that day. Yeah. And so shit, we watched that shit as a family, bro. So that's like, dope. Man, it was cool, bro.
What's up, head? Oh, and that was the cool part is that I didn't tell a lot of people that I was doing it because I didn't know how much I was gonna get on there. I didn't want to be like, hey, I'm gonna be on Hard Knocks, and niggas looking and be like, man, shut your weak ass up. You ain't on no Hard Knocks. But I found out
you got good FaceTime, bro.
Yeah. And the funny thing about it is this, EJ, is that me doing it, they shoot it fast. Like I guess now we can just put shit together quick. So they literally shooting episodes.
I do gotta get this.
What?
NFL Films and HBO, like they're set up with crews that really focus on that. I mean, because you know that production shit I like. So I watched something about behind the scenes of how they do that. The amount of production and team that they have probably like a crew of maybe like 150 people working it, all time. like to get it together. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where they turning it around fast, but they're kind of like as it's going, they're already like almost like as it's happening, they're looking at what will make the edit cut. They're like pre-producing it as it's happening so it can move that fast.
And that's what they did, bro. Like, I mean, I just sitting down talking to them. They was telling me they got cameras at every hotel room. First of all, the Lions, they rent like whatever hotel they stay at. I didn't know if y'all noticed or not. They rent the bitch out. Nobody's staying there that day or that for that however long they there. And every room had a camera in it, and there's like a camera in there, and people are watching them. And if they want to have a moment to themselves, like let's say they want to get on the phone, talk to a girl about something private, they got to be like, "Hey, robo camera, can I have a minute?" And then the camera will turn around.
Yo,
EJ, it fucked me up when they told me that. Think how wild that is. Like, like wow, like, and the camera be like, and turn around. I still would be like, "No, nigga, I ain't finna talk," because it's like, nigga, they trying to, but. It was one of them things, and then like you never know who's mic'd up. So when somebody walk up on you, you gotta be like, "Hold on, I'm the feds." And you gotta watch what you say. That's what they was telling me. Like this, some of the shit I ain't get to talk about for real. So it was like when you do the Hard Knock shit, it's like a everyday thing. It's a camera in your face, and like you said, it's 150. It was more people in the It was more like nigga put like this. If HBO wanted to scrimmage them niggas, they could have probably they had like a fourth team, nigga. They had like a fourth string team out there. Like they was deep as hell out there. If HBO wanted to fuck us up, me and the Detroit Lions, it would have been we got fucked up. They was deep in that bitch, nigga. HBO Max and HBO was deep.
So did you get to do anything that was like, I mean, did you just come in, do your comedy and leave, or did they like show you around the facilities? Like, you know what?
Well, it really wasn't no facility. We was at the hotel. I mean, it was some hoes there. We went upstairs and got into some shit. No, I'm lying. Wasn't no hoes. Wasn't no hoes.
NBA bubble.
Said him and Jamal Williams.
Yeah, wasn't no hoes there. He's a funny dude. I didn't get to meet him though, but no, like I didn't get to do shit. Like I said, as soon as I walked in, I guess they was eating, and then they was like playing. They was playing spades, and they was recording them. And then once I came in, I met the coach. And they basically one of them comments.
Yeah, that last comment from Amber, that's heavy.
What she said, there's like 3 assistants to every position there.
So basically, like for every, like if I'm guessing she's saying like camera op and
it's a full
like,
camera. It's a full camera. That's what I do.
I forget these 2 niggas right here really get down on that.
Yeah, So
me too, EG. Wasn't no hoes there, but I don't think it's no hoes in Indiana like that.
Wait, so y'all were in a hotel? They weren't. So why do they stay in a hotel? Like as opposed to
where?
You said so you were performing in a hotel. You weren't at the facility.
They was in Indiana. They wasn't at home.
That's right. That's
they was on the road.
Joint practice.
They was on the road. So when they called me, it was like when they called me, it was like, okay, are they gonna fly me down? I'm gonna get on the Lions jet and fly down to this bitch with Martha Ford. And it was like, and plus I had a show that night, so I couldn't have did that. But they was just like, get down here. We in Carmel, Indiana. I was like, bitch. They sent me the information. I jumped to the car. I drove down to that bitch. And appreciate it, B-Lots. And I got down there and then, like I said, I mean, I performed, but I didn't get to do much easy. I would have liked to been able to like maybe, hey, if I didn't have nothing, I would have stayed. If they'd have been like, nigga, shit, we put you in the room. I'd have got to kick it, whatever. But coach came, kicked it with me. I kicked it with most of the PR team. Shout out, like I said, Solomon. Shout out to Jesse. And bro, he called me up, and it was just like, it was funny because Jesse was working on his introduction. That was the dude who brought me in, the white guy, skinny guy, and he was booing him and shit because they know nigga. So it was just funny. And when he brought me in, that's why he's like, the Motor City Laugh King. He was like, the Motor City King of Comedy. I was like, it just was weird, like, because it's like this shit up here. I'm like, I hope that part don't make it. I don't know. I don't want niggas like, who told this nigga say he was that? I was like, that's hilarious. What that nigga picked. And Amber said your shirt was tight as fuck. No, I fit because I'm in shape now. It's supposed to fit like that when you work out.
Yeah, bro, it was. You were a little at the top of the shoulders a little bit.
That's how that bitch supposed to fit. You know what I'm saying? That's how shit look when you on HBO. I don't know how I look on Tubi.
I don't know how I look on.
That's why your ass was. Hey, that's why your ass was going after the DNs and shit. You like, nigga, I got hands for your dumb ass, nigga. Don't think it's sweet.
But this the funny thing though, dog. It was like going in there. Them niggas was looking around because they just know, and I don't know if it's because it was camp. They just see a 6'6" nigga coming in with a little shape on. It was like, who this nigga finna come in? Like they was like,
they was thinking he was about to take somebody.
Right, they pulled you off waivers.
Like what's that show? The show it's the same thing, but way less production crew and all that. Last Chance U.
Oh,
yeah. And when they brought back that same quarterback, they was like, I think he may come back. They was like, nah, he just gonna be on practice squad. And they saw him walk in the room. They was like, damn, and then they about to mess the team up.
and like the funny thing was, when I walked in there, niggas was looking back. Everybody was looking back like, cause I'm the only nigga they don't know. I ain't got an HBO shirt on and nothing. I got that shirt on. You know what I'm saying? They like, man, where did they get this nigga from, man? They're like, sign it. This nigga done walked on a professional team. So they don't know what I am. So I kind of walked in that bitch, and then, you know what I mean? I think by that time, niggas knew what was up. I get on stage. Niggas say like they brought Josh fresh out the pen. It was like coming out of Jackson. Defensive end. Tackled 8 niggas from the back.
Here we go.
But nigga, the funny thing about it was, bro, like the first thing I said, EJ, they didn't make it on there, but I was like, hey, I'm really here to let y'all know we signed Antonio Brown. And the wide receiver niggas started looking around like, man, this a bitch. Like that was funny to me. But bro, it was just a lot of funny shit. I made fun of another nigga. I made fun of. They cut him. The offensive lineman, the African, the Nigerian dude who was in the tub.
I know. He had a little segment.
He did. And they cut him, and I made fun of him. I made fun of a lot of people. Like I didn't know what to do because I knew nothing about the Lions. Like I don't follow them. Like I was telling Corey, I don't know if I told you this, but the Lions fan base is mostly older white men, like younger people, because they haven't been good in a long time. We kind of, like I said, y'all know who I'm fucking with, but everybody else from here kind of just found another transit team to fuck with, like Kansas City, nigga, Cowboys. It was so like Kool-Aid, rest in peace, niggas like that.
I feel a way about these Detroit Cowboy fans though too.
Why?
Even as man, come on, man, don't be a Cowboy fan. And I know a lot of Detroit Cowboy fans. Come on now.
I wish Michael Irvin came here.
Don't be a Cowboy fan. Oh, if Michael Irvin, if I could meet the playmaker, he's definitely on the list of people to hang out with.
Yeah, he seems like one of them niggas, though. yeah, like that seems like a nigga you gonna have fun with. If you fuck with Michael Irvin, you gonna get off.
But look, this is why I'm building with Michael Irvin.
Oh, the U. He fuck with the U. He fuck with the U. The real U of him. That's how you feel? This nigga gonna talk about he don't fuck with this nigga, but he fuck with the University of Miami. Damn, what was I talking about? But yeah. But listen, the Lions might as well, Amber dumb as hell, might as well pick up niggas off the street to play. But no, and that's the thing. Like, so it was just like it's just an older group of niggas in there or whatever. So that's just like the fan base of the Lions. But I just went in there, bro, and kind of just had fun. And in my head, I was like, knew kind of shit what I was gonna like points I was gonna hit. I was gonna fuck with the coach. And it was, I mean, I don't know if it was strategic in my thought, because I didn't know how much it was gonna get on here, but I know like if I hit the number one draft pick, who was supposed to have been the number one player that kid picked anyway, and then I hit the coach, it's like some of that gonna make it. But nigga, when I looked up and I seen I was the promotion for that third episode, I was like, oh, this shit finna be crazy. I was at the laundromat, like I went right to the liquor store. Let me go get a bottle of that shit.
Here we go.
I mean, you gotta celebrate the wins, man.
Go.
You gotta celebrate the wins.
Go.
You gotta celebrate
Here
the wins.
we go.
It's one thing if I just did it for no reason, nigga. I went on there and nigga shit.
I gotta ask a real ass question.
What's
so
H&H.
You've been pretty much all over. You were all over the internet for that little stretch of period. Did you pay attention to any of the comments or because when you that popular, like every comment ain't positive. I noticed this shit too. So like did you see that, or you just like, I'm staying away from it?
The funny thing is this, nigga. As soon as that advertisement went up, like as soon as the first clip went up when I was fucking with Hutch, I talk like I know the nigga. Yeah, so I mean Hutch, right? You know what I'm saying? Number 2 draft pick for the Lions that play for Michigan.
Talk your shit.
But listen, so that first clip went up and I seen it, and I see how you get fucked up when shit like if I ain't saying I'm on, but I'm just saying when like shit happening and your phone. So I kept going and I just kept like kind of. Then I was like, let me see what these comments say. And then it was like, nigga, it hadn't been up for like 2 minutes. The nigga was like, can I just be real? This shit ain't funny. I was like,
dog.
Bitch.
I was like, these niggas
dog.
cap.
It was like off the bail.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I looked at it and I thought the same thing. I'm like, damn. I'm like, what the fuck? They don't.
I'm like, they laughing. Like,
and then I saw Pat McAfee, and I'm like, yo, I'm about to retweet. And then I was like, man, why am I doing this? Is what the internet is for.
Yeah, he says no. He didn't talk shit.
No, he showed love.
Oh.
Pat McAfee showed love. But I'm saying like the internet is like that. Like I guess it's like if people. It's like a open place for people to give opinions and get off on anything. Like I think if you put up anything, kind of like the Jay-Z verse, it was just as many people saying, "Oh, this shit is trash as hell. This is why I don't like Jay." You know what I'm saying?
But you're right. But that's when I learned very quickly right there to be like, everybody not gonna like it, and that's okay. And I was like, whether that motherfucker just wanted to get clout or he just was like, nigga, I think that shit corny. Like that's just what it was. But I just stopped looking at the comments then, and only the shit that came my way. I went looking for that. So I went under there looking, but all the other shit I got, nobody tagged me like you a terrible nigga. And niggas who usually comment be the niggas up under, they kind of just put their opinion under the thing. But I stopped because it was like it did hurt you a little bit. Like damn, bitch. Like, but I was like, nigga, I was like, this ain't even the best part of the show. They cut 25 minutes out of the bitch, but no, it was cool, man. Like I said, once niggas started putting it up and fucking retweeting it, and like you said, Pat McAfee, nigga, they was talking about it on 197, won the ticket. So it was just like one of them things where it was like, nigga, I listened to the ticket. So I got in the car. The next day is when shit hit the fan. Like, nigga, Dan Miller was talking about it that night after it came out because it was a slow business week. So it was like, nigga, Oak Park, nigga, they did their research. It was like Oak Park alumni, Josh Adams, and I was like, God damn, I made the news.
Put a clip up from you back in the day in the pocket,
dropping that bitch. I'm like, Coach, come fuck with me, y'all. Let go of Blau and them, nigga. Let me go out there, my nigga, take some snaps. But it was just one of them things that I say, like, you know what you think you like. I thought I was gonna end up on ESPN or HBO and all this shit, playing football and doing the shit, but nigga, like I got there, but just a whole nother way. So it was like once he told me a nigga from ESPN wanted to interview me, I was like, I'm about to fuck this little Hennessy up. I gotta celebrate off that because it was just I made it to ESPN, nigga, and I ain't broke a sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like I just was talking my shit, and they got a nigga there though. You know what I'm saying? That's where I know you from, Oak Park. Yeah, that's where I'm from. Amber E. But yeah, I mean that's kind of it. I mean, SO we're not a new episode of now. I'm not the hot thing no more.
Hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? That was a blessing. I got an HBO credit, an NFL credit. So I'm gonna try to finagle this way and then give me a couple dollars.
Now, how was the entire set? Like we obviously saw the highlights, but like, the whole set, was it decent? Like,
it was good. It was fun. Like it was just like
a corporate gig, pretty much.
It is, but then it wasn't because I could say whatever I wanted to say. That was the difference. And like once they just told me to be like, kind of don't make fun of the old Lion shit, I was like, I wasn't gonna do that no way because I get
Lion
it.
Shit.
Like they just not being good for so long. Like I was gonna go in there like, oh, the Lions are so bad. I put 2 tickets on my front seat and somebody broke the window and put 100,000 more in there, like that weak ass shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna do that because this they job. Like you ever heard that shit?
Like, no, it's
I've heard that before.
I've heard them type of jokes before, but it's just so weird to think that like
Baby
you
Crocker,
would actually say some shit like if that's the audience, like to me, I guess that's where being a comedian, knowing your audience comes into play. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's cool because they trying to change the narrative and they trying to not be losers no more.
Yeah.
So,
it's a process. So I wasn't on that shit. So it was like I went in there and just fucking had fun from the jump. Like it started, they pretty much show how it started off, me talking about them working out, doing the motherfucking intro, and then me talking about the police. And then I just start fucking with people. Once I realized, like, oh, it's the locker room. Like, once I went in there, because, we play sports. You just know what the locker room, like, I went in there, and at first I was kind of intimidated because in my head, I'm like, damn, these motherfucking professional athletes. These niggas in peak condition. They probably got some shit in their system. And I might piss one of these niggas off, and they might straight up LT me. You know what I'm saying? In this bitch. But then once I was in there, like, man, fuck that. Nigga, I'm finna have fun with these niggas and kick it. Everything just kind of flowed, bro. Like, I even threw some shit out there about Deshaun Watson. I said, don't get caught getting one of them $5 million massages. And niggas laughed and was like, oh. And then I just looked at the camera like, hey, HBO, cut that one out. I knew they wasn't gonna make it because it's just too much. I said a lot of shit. I did a lot of shit. And then I threw some shit. I threw some material in there, and I was like, I don't even want to do that. And then I just went back to kind of kicking it with motherfuckers. And then I just told them the city is excited for what they got going on, man. And we behind y'all. But the dope part about it is I didn't tell a lot of people. I want to get to that I was doing it, and then once it dropped, niggas was fucked up. Like that was just a better. It was like for people who just actually watched it to see it was like niggas was like, I'm fucked up. Like I didn't know, and it was like because I didn't tell nobody. Like that's kind of how I want to move. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just drive when shit happened, it happened, and that's how it worked. But everything was cool, man. It was top notch. They paid me. What's up, though? What's up, my boy? I got Kyle. Yeah, man. But yeah, that was it. So I got all the questions out the way. It wasn't no hoes there. Wasn't no drugs. People got cut. Good friends of mine. A lot of niggas follow me from the team. So it was all good, man. I got to be with a professional football team for about 30 minutes.
Was there anybody who you were like proud to meet?
Funches was there. I spoke to him. He got cut.
Damn, Funches got cut.
Yeah.
The person he really wanted to meet was Randall L, and he ain't meet him.
Yeah, I texted him. I was like,
you already know who that is, baby. Still Nation.
Yeah, Thornton High School, man. He from the crib.
Indiana Hoosier.
Yeah.
One of the most exciting players, nigga, back when niggas was like, but he was just a little motherfucker. He was that man.
Down the street.
Oh, so he really from Chicago?
Harvey, Illinois, man. That's the suburb over from where I grew up.
Twan Randall. That nigga was a baller, and I forgot. I wanted to meet him, do Staley. I don't know if they was in it or not, but I think everybody had to be at the meeting. But I didn't see all of them in particular. If I'd have saw Randall L, I'd have hugged that nigga. That's my guy. Randall L and Deuce. Deuce won a ring for the Steelers. Yeah, they're my guys, man. They're my guys. But all right, bet. Now we can jump into some other shit.
The main topic, then we get into the other topic.
All right, so the main topic is, man, Super Saiyan Simp. Have you ever done that? Okay, so I saw this interview or a clip online where this guy basically was talking about he paid for this girl to have an abortion. Because he was just like, man, I mean, she wasn't my girl. I just fucked with her hard, and she had a baby already and wasn't taking care of it, and I just wanted to help her out. And I thought to myself, like, God damn, like, what like, how far would you go for somebody that ain't your girl? Like, not even on no friend shit, like somebody you want to kick it with, or how many of y'all for y'all a guy that you didn't kick it with? What was the most you might have did for somebody, or you might have known that somebody might have did? Like, I mean, I didn't do much research or like anything going back into my past thinking about what I did. Like, I remember I took a girl over in the crib before, not knowing, but I'm like, what was the most you might have did for somebody that wasn't your girl? I think I stopped the girl from killing herself. And I took her to the crib and we had sex.
So then that's not simping then.
I mean, it is, because it wasn't my girl.
But I feel like, hold on.
Is it my duty to save her from killing herself?
I mean,
but I don't think she was. I think she was just crying out for attention. But I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm finna come get you. And I got her. And I mean, she gave me some pussy, but it was like, so that ain't simping.
It's not simping.
I mean, if you smack, I think the whole concept.
I think Cuz might have smacked that. Let's just assume the dude who got a old girl to abortion might have smacked.
Well, okay. I definitely know he didn't smack after an abortion.
But not right after.
That's bold.
But it's still like
he might have got some head.
Doing that. No,
he might have got some head.
No, he did not.
He might have got some head.
No, he did not.
If I give you $900, because that's what he paid her.
No.
You
after that,
proposition
you not,
sex after.
no sex act, no.
You sucking dick on an empty stomach.
No.
EJ stupid. Hey man, I'm on HBO. We talk like this now.
No. No, not at all. So
shout out to the Fords.
Okay, look. You not. So
shout out to Head Rich.
Basically, we saying because to me, the simping act is more you don't connect with her, hence you're doing something, but you don't connect. That's my thought process.
Oh, well then maybe simping, what we think simping is, hey, appreciate it, King Dave Aranda. Appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it, cousin. No. It's one of them things where we look at it like this, and put her stuff up. Like, it's still simping. I think anything you do for a girl that ain't yours is simping, regardless of what you get from it. So that's what I mean. So I think we just looking too much into the word, you know what I'm saying, about it. But I assume you wanted to have sex with her. We had already been getting down, but it was just like this ain't my girl. Especially after her homeboy called and was like, it was just a weird connection. Like she tried to play me like I was just a friend and all that, and I was like, bitch, I thought you was fucking around.
Okay, I don't know, because if you already having sex, I don't even know if that's because I assume you simping pre-sex, not post-sex. I mean, you can, I guess, but I assume when I think of super simping, it's pre-sex.
But what if her giving up her pussy don't mean shit to her because she just like niggas just sex to her? So and she using you for other shit. That could possibly be the thing. Like, so
I would assume you doing the simping stuff so that you can get closer to her, sex included. So if a woman said, okay, if a guy said I'm gonna pay your if a woman said I need my rent paid, my car note paid, and I don't know, pay off my student loans, and then he was like, so what I'm gonna get out of it? You gonna have sex? I think most guys wouldn't even consider that simping. They just consider that.
All right. So it looked like the general consensus is that wasn't simping. Like I said, I didn't really think this topic over. I just knew it happened. So I just threw it out there. It's not like me bragging like I get pussy like that. It's not. I'm just telling you, I did. Like the girl called me and I jumped over there and rushed to save her and took her back to my, I had a trailer. I lived in a trailer park, a really nice one though, in a modular home. It's called a modular home. I had a double wide over there on 18 Mile a Mile, pulled up over there. And we, you know what I'm saying? What you over there snoring for, nigga?
The super simp story is the
double wide.
Hold on, let's read Amber's real quick.
Oh, wait, because Amber, we gotta break that down because I don't even know. I don't even know if I consider that simping.
Right here.
That ain't simping.
I was at this dude's house and he had a sink full of dishes. I have a dishwasher, so for me to wash his dishes while he was in the shower was like a lot. Also, I was nice and didn't talk shit about him. Oh yeah, that's
not simping.
That's pretty privileged. You hear what she said? She had to go through. She had to put some shit in a dishwasher while he was in the shower at the same time.
I know dudes that done did whole lawn treatments, turned over, you know what I'm saying, planted trees and everything, and got nowhere near any action from a woman.
My nigga E Green said he ain't asked you to wash his dishes.
Yeah, E Green is crazy.
That nigga wild. I can't wait. I'm gonna go fuck with my nigga in Texas. He need to come up here.
So I gotta think, like, because I know it's definitely some simp ass shit I've done, but I gotta think of like what was the most super simp shit that I thought would win me favor from her being attracted to me.
What's the other story you saying that I was some super simp shit?
The ride.
Oh yeah, but I told that story before.
I know, but that is way more super simp than the other one.
Oh, I got a girl. Well, I mean, let's see.
You don't think so?
It's a wild ass topic. I mean, yeah, that one's wilder than the other one, most definitely. Yeah,
okay.
I was rocking the trailer. No, that motherfucker was a good foundation. Like that trailer, like people really think like I was on some Eminem shit in the trailer. Like, no, I was damn near on some Jeff Bezos. That's how sweet my trailer was. I was a young nigga with a trailer. I would drive, man, I was on bitches. Bitches was fucked up. Like we would drive by the fucked up trailers to get to mine. Like, cause the little cul-de-sac we was in was sweet. It was my sister was across the street. Our family wasn't raised in no trailer park. We just happened to be over there. You know what I'm saying? When my sister bought one, my dad was like, "Oh, yeah, get you one." My first little crib. We used to turn that bitch out. That bitch was lit.
Palms are sweaty.
My boy.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. You know what I'm saying?
What was the square footage? Like about 121?
I don't remember, man. That bitch was big. Dog. It was 2 bedrooms in that bitch, 2 bathrooms. Nigga, a little in part. Nigga, we did a Super Bowl over there when the Steelers won the Super Bowl. That's when I was with my first daughter, mama. But that was before Johanna was born. When she pull up with that bitch, nigga, and she's like, okay, my nigga doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I was doing all right. Now look at me.
And then you put it back on the F-150. You fucking got up out of there.
Niggas love to try to talk crazy about the shit you got going on.
Hilarious.
Oh, Dave Cheney. On God, that bitch had 2 bathrooms. Don't do that. I had a big one in mine, and then the other room had one outside of that bitch. I wish niggas be really trying to play with people, dog. Hilarious. Niggas always trying to play with your story. Why do you have to be considered a simp to be nice?
All right. I got the story.
Well, let's answer this. Why do you have to? Why do you have to be considered? I'm assuming she said considered a simp to be nice.
Because it's simping because, as I tell this story, it's simping because you
do things for somebody
you're
who don't
getting
deserve
played on the sympathy of the fact that she knows she finessing you because you're attracted to her, and she's finessing you off that attraction, and she has no attraction for you, but she wants to get whatever you're offering. That's why you playing yourself like a simp.
I got one.
Damn.
I got
the one that's my strongest.
I got one. What up, T Steve? Can I do mine or you want to do it?
Do yours.
Okay, bam. Yeah. Here we go. August 2002. Nigga just graduated high school. Did my little open house, right? I had a girlfriend who was on and off. My girlfriend kind of sort of not for real though. You know what I'm saying? I talk about her here all the time. I done said her name a bunch of times. I'm not gonna keep saying her name on here. Y'all know who it was. If you really listen to the show, you know what time it is. So I'm in love with this bitch and I want to be with her for shit show. So nigga, I got all my little money from nigga, you know, open house niggas giving you money. They like, here, nigga, go home. You graduated, you made it, you did it. My daddy gave me his Cadillac truck. This that first body build, the first body Cadillac that when that bitch dropped, this was the first Escalade. So I'm riding around that bitch 17. Niggas looking like, who is this young nigga? I had a baby blue Pelly velour on, nigga, with some baby blue with the baby blue Air Force Ones that look canvas. I think that was a canvas touch, canvas little swag.
Like you can step right in as an extra in a Chingy video.
Nigga, I look like a stick of gum walking around this bitch. So I go over to her house, pick her up. She stayed on fucking Wyoming and Fullerton. I remember, nigga, picked her up, took this bitch out to eat, spent all my money, took her to a motherfucking carnival, blew all my money. And I might even gave the bitch some money. Like I gave her all my open house money.
This sounded like the Nelly what's it, the limo video.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
He was Larry Hughes.
That nigga Terrence said the who.
Same car.
Hey, my nigga Terrence said the who run it Escalade. That's funny.
Who run it?
That's funny. The who run it Escalade. So, and I mean, I'm talking about the bitch blue. That ain't the body.
That's not the body.
No. It was the first Escalade.
So
it wasn't
2002 Escalade. So it's like 2000.
No, it was like 2000 and maybe it might have been the 01.
This one?
Yeah, the smooth round bitch. That one right there. The second one.
The second one. This one.
Over. That was the first. That second one. That was the exact one. And I let that bitch drive my daddy's shit. This bitch damn near could have pulled up on a nigga in my shit. I only call her bitch because I was heartbroken at the time. She's a mother and a beautiful black queen doing her thing. Like, yep, I was pulled up on her, nigga, let her drive my daddy shit, and the bitch just broke my heart, my nigga. Yep, that was like, you know, because nigga, I spent all nigga. She didn't graduate, nigga. I did, and I blew all my open house money on her, nigga. And then I immediately moved to Mississippi that next month.
Okay, so the simp is after that act. What happened after that act that made you feel as though you got played?
Because I was trying to get her back, and the bitch wasn't on that tip.
Hold on, my nigga. All of the gifts and everything.
Oh, of course she is. Like, if I'm gonna take her out to eat and spend money and let her drive my daddy Escalade, which nigga at this time it's only 4 on the road. I don't know why my daddy, who worked for the Oakland County Road Commission, but then to retire had one, but he pulled it out his ass, and I just had her drive my shit. I remember my daddy was like, "Go ahead, do what you want with that bitch, but just be smart." Throw the keys to a 15-year-old. How old was she at the time? A 15-year-old bitch driving my daddy shit. And I'm running around 17 looking dumb as hell. Like, I'm going to get my bitch back. I got my little velour on. She going to love her nigga. I was sick. Hold on, my nigga Stacy Lee said I did a paper for a girl in college and she got mad because I didn't give her references. Oh, that's funny.
Damn.
This nigga didn't cite no reference. This bitch looked like she plagiarized. The Who Run It Escalade. Terrence fucked me up with that. Have you seen her since that later in Life Smash? I put it like this. Kyle, I did see her like when I first moved back from Mississippi.
That later in Life Smash, though, he said.
But I didn't hit her. She wanted to give me some of that pussy. She was like, I miss you and all that. And I was just like, I ain't really pursue it like that. I ain't really want to hit that pussy. No, I didn't hit her. I should have on a little revenge smash. Super wild shit. I did, but that was my simp shit right there. I think I was young and dumb, trying to get my girl back, and blew a bunch of money, took the bitch to Bahama Breeze or something like that, and we
Bahama Breeze when you a senior. That's
premium.
That's premium chain food restaurant.
That's why I blew all my little shit in there. Yeah. Like nigga, I blew my whole little $700-800 wad.
You looking at the Caribbean band on the steel drums, and they're looking dumb. Like, all right, I'm about to get back in here and everything. You know, I miss you. We supposed to be together, and she just looking at you,
dumb as hell,
eating her jerk chicken.
Think about another nigga. I got on all blue. I'm looking like Vince Carter, nigga. All blue on, nigga. Like I go to UNC, nigga. Where Roy Williams at? Looking dumb as hell. Let her drive that bitch from wherever we was at back to the heart of the hood. Then we just stopped at a carnival. I'm like, man, this road, man. I know she gonna never forget this. Man, that bitch went on to fuck another nigga. But that was my that's what I did for somebody who wasn't my girl, but I thought she was. Kari, you said you had one?
Yeah, I got a classic one. Man, I had to dig deep because I'm like, damn, what is the most sucker shit where I was attracted to a woman and I felt taken advantage of? All right, not gonna get a name, but I remember it's like it was damn near like a story and shit too. So this is 11th grade for me. I didn't get my car until like maybe November 11th grade, but up till then I was still taking the Dexter bus. And I remember till then taking the Dexter bus, I never saw anybody that looked cold. Until like maybe like a month before I had my ride, right? And then you know you be on the bus and shit, you be thinking like she about to get off here, I'm gonna talk to her if she get off here. If she don't get off here, I'm gonna talk to her. She get off on the same stop, walk down the same street. It's like, all right, I'm about to say something to her. I'm walking down the street, I talk to her, she was cool and shit. She was a senior, she went to Northern. I was like, okay, I ain't got all my shit in order. I know I'm gonna get a ride next week. It's going to be my grandma. Well, next month, it's going to be my grandma ride. So it should be cool. I get my ride. I'm like, I'll pick you up from Northern. She was like, I don't need no ride no more because I got another man. Damn. Her dude had like, you know, classic. You know, he had like a old school body cutty, you know, 24s. Like, it's like, damn, he killing the block. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not thinking I'm in there nowhere at all. She called me like later on, after like closer to like the end of summer, like graduation and shit. And she like, I ain't seen you. You don't talk to me no more or whatever. I'm like, well, after you started like hooking up with my man, I figured like you was spoken for. She's like, I ain't spoken for like that. And right now, actually, I'm about to start college. I'm going to go up to East Lansing, but you was the person I want to keep a connection with. And then I was like, damn. Shit, I knew I was in there. I knew I was in there. Then she came back and told me like the very next week. So she walked down the street because her dad stayed. It was one of them things where like, you know how the classic shit, people live with their dad like that last year in high school because they drive their mama crazy. So she ain't really know her dad. So she was kind of like a wild child. So she do whatever the fuck she wanted to do. So she came down a couple times and I'm like, okay. Maybe I'm building something here. You know, to Remember the Titans, Blockbuster rental. It's like, okay, we sort of doing something, but we ain't doing nothing for real. Then she hit me. This is like during the same week after I'm going up to East Lansing. You know what I'm saying? We can connect. She was
what's
like,
the year?
Ride.
What's the year?
2000.
2000?
Yep.
So what? Cedric Irvin was hitting that pussy? I'm trying
to
think
would have been Charles Rogers, brother.
Zach Randolph was beating that pussy up.
Yeah. Nah, Zebo was in there.
Zebo and Jamal Crawford.
Bro, she said, she was like, I just need a ride to East Lansing. I mean, this is like a couple months into having my car, my license.
Yeah.
I'm not used to like driving out of town and shit like that.
That's a trip.
I don't even know how to get out of town and stuff like that.
And you need a map. Like, nigga, you gotta know where you're going in 2000.
Because this is 2000. This is MapQuest.
Nigga, you got all them papers. Yeah.
You know, trying to get like on campus and shit. And I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, we there. I'm kind of like, she ain't my girl, but I want to make her my girl. I don't really even know how to ask because even at that time, it's like 1 year older. It's like she a little bit more like, I don't know, like, but by the time I go up there, I figure like I'm really in there. You know what I'm saying? Dorms may have other people and stuff. And then I'm like, all right, how the hell do I tell my people that I got to do this? And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait for one of them days. I work at Comerica Park, just skip the whole motherfucking work day.
Damn.
Skip the whole work day.
Damn.
Yeah, and then this is what's so weird about Comerica. That was the first year of Comerica Park. So everybody knew like we had like whole crews and shit like with us. And they was like, where your man's at? And it's like, I played it off like, you know, I got some family shit to tend to, you know what I'm saying? So, and then my man, Charles was like, you bullshitting. The manager, he basically called it out. I was like, it ain't gonna be like that. drove there. Now, this is that young person shit. My car really wasn't built on that. It's an 88 Buick Century, bro. 12-year-old car. I'm not keeping up on oil changes, no tune-ups, no nothing like that, nothing for the distance. We broke down like maybe like a time and a half even getting there all the way. You know what I'm saying? I get her there. Her whole energy was so pissed off with my ride. I'm like, damn, what's going to happen from here? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I'll get you my number as soon as I get my dorm number. And I'm thinking to myself, you probably already got your phone number and all of this shit.
Yeah.
I got hit with such a hard spin. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see her again until spring break. And even when I saw her spring break, it was like by default, I'm driving down the street riding with my mom. I see Tracy, my man with the 24s again.
Damn.
I was like, oh.
Can you come get me?
You know what I'm saying?
What happened to that car? Did you still have that car?
I still had that car and everything, man. But it still was, it was the most I felt like, oh man, I was going to be in here. It was super simp shit.
And that be the shit that we be thinking we doing something that's going to put us in better favor with y'all. That never be the case. My nigga E Green said I used to smoke all the weed with this older chick and she never gave me the pussy. I was 19 and depressed like a motherfucker. I respect that. You done smoked all your smoke with her. If you was 19, it's back in the day too when niggas still smoking cans and sour diesel. All right, Amber said, and as a Capricorn, you probably still mad. I think she talking about me. I ain't a Capricorn.
No, I think that's me.
Oh,
no, I'm not mad at that.
Oh,
I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. So it's like, you know, I understand where things go. You know, sometimes you overplay your plan. Sometimes you don't overplay your hand. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
She needed to get a ride up to school. She knew I was the dude that probably would do that shit because I was attracted to her. So she finessed me out of that shit. If women didn't finesse me and out of shit, it would be a lot of kids not eating. It'd be a lot of homes not there, a lot of cars not fixed, a lot of cars not had. Shit. You know how much would happen if women ain't finessed me and out of shit? I respect the game. I just recognize when you get finessed out of it, just know you got played like a simp.
Look at this all car. You such a
played
nice
you
guy.
On a simp.
Corey.
I don't know if that's some nice guy shit. That's some sucker shit.
Nigga should have got an oil change first. That's what he should have did.
I should have definitely done that. But I didn't know. I'm a kid, bro.
Nigga driving the bitch to Hubbard. Should have got your oil change, young nigga. I know you trying to get that little pussy out there, girl. You need to go and take that car down there to get that oil looked at before you get on the road. That Delta 88. That Delta 88 ain't been to East Lansing since Magic Johnson was playing there, nigga.
Sucker shit. That was the biggest sucker shit I've done. You know what I'm saying?
That's some shit too. That's some shit.
That was a lot. Because I mean, just think about the ride back. I'm thinking like, oh man, I got a girl in college and shit now. So I'm thinking I'm gonna come back senior year and be like, yo, you know, I ain't even sweating y'all in this motherfucker. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm taken care of up in East Lansing. It ain't happening. You know,
sad, bro.
Damn, I know it's some more shit that I done been through, but I just can't think of it. I think I done told that story about the Care Bear. That was one, and I don't want to do that one because that really hurt me a little bit. That shit still fuck with my soul.
Yeah, E Green is right. Yeah, we getting the fair lane was a stretch.
Yeah, nigga, that motherfucker wasn't supposed to make it all the way there. Damn, dog, no, man. I mean, it's some shit out here, man. Niggas, we feel like this. Fellas put a lot on the line for a girl you really fuck with. Like you'll do and try some shit. That's why when I get a son, I'm gonna laugh because I already know like now that I think about it, it was just easy. It's easier to be an adult now. Like you said, like I can get in my car and program in where I want to go. And on the car, it shows me where to drive. Now we damn near got cars that drive itself. Corey got in a car. East Lansing ain't but an hour and a half away from here. But to a nigga who ain't never been on fucking 96 to know which way to go on 96 and which exit to come off of, like you just gotta drive. Like we had to. Back in the day, adults was really doing shit. Like you had to be a real. Now we don't. Now you can just program your phone in, and your phone will tell you where to go.
I ain't have no map.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had map and Quest.
You had to look at the stars.
And you know how hard that is to use the family copier to copy off MapQuest directions to go to East Lansing. You know how moms is.
Nigga, that's 20 pages. You print out 20 pages.
I had to plan that shit out the right way. Make sure nobody, and you know, that's the old school printers where it'd be like,
Clipper man, what's up, Clip?
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was.
What you about to do? Nowhere. And your mama like,
the fuck you going?
Nigga, East Lansing. What you going up there to do?
Exactly.
Make sure Mo Pete don't hit my bitch.
Exactly.
Nigga Cedric Irvin.
The Flintstones.
And niggas don't even remember Cedric Irvin played for Michigan State, dog.
The Flintstones and Charles Rogers and
Charles Rogers.
That was that era of Michigan State. That was who was the coach then?
The black guy?
Yeah, who was that? That wasn't Ty Willingham. He was at the other school.
Not Ty Willingham, another black guy. Williams,
his name.
real black coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember he sent out shit. Mike Larry, what up? Because I remember I got a letter to go to his camp. And then right after that, I think then Tony came. After they got the black guy out there. I forgot his name, dog. But yeah, man, we just talking about Super Saiyan Simp. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the worst thing? What was the craziest thing you done for somebody that wasn't your person, man or women? And women say this all the time. Like, and the funny thing about women is women volunteer shit. Guys don't. Like, I never be like, hey, if you need, I never be like, if you kicking with a girl, like, if you need to ride to work, I'll take you. But girls would be like, I'm about to do some laundry. You know how you can bring your laundry over here and I'll do it for you. It's like, I got it. Because I know as soon as you do laundry and then you get mad at me, you can be like, I'm here washing your old dirty ass clothes. It's like, you asked me to bring them clothes over there. I didn't need you to do that. So a lot of times women put themselves in situations to look crazy because they volunteer themselves. And then next thing you know, they're like, I'll never do that for another nigga. Like, why would you hold me for a nigga? I didn't know that nigga who got you together like that.
Exactly.
I used to have so many pages messing around.
You know what's so crazy about this now, though? Because it's definitely still some shit that I think women feel as though I'm finessing, but it's like I just look at it like it's charged to the game nowadays. It's like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't see it the same because I'm not putting the same energy into like we gonna be together and it's gonna be like I almost look at it like if I do something for a woman, and I'm guessing women gonna clap and applaud this shit, just is what it is. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no look out. Because I remember one time, and this was actually a woman that we was fucking around. You know what I'm saying? It was like a series. It was one of them winters where it was like so many snowstorms. And every time I go over there and I was like, I'm going to show you your snow. Because she just bought the house. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this bunch of white people over here. You like right in that cusp of Redford. They going to fuck around and get like the homeowners association on you and shit. You know, I'm going to make sure that you taken care of. So one of the times when like we just like in an argument, I'm like, damn, you think I don't give a fuck about you? I'm coming over here shoveling your snow. I got so cussed out. Like my brother, my dad, my uncle, and I'm thinking to myself, them motherfuckers wasn't doing shit. It was Timberland prints in this motherfucker from last time when I came over here, and that's why I drove my ass way the fuck over here to Redford to make sure you was taken care of. Buying salt and shit, like I don't need to do this shit. So, but now I look at it like, you know what? After that argument, I'm like, whatever it is I do, I'm never gonna bring that shit up. I've helped with like. You know, I paid for homework camps for kids. And
homework camp.
And this was what was so fucked up in paying for the homework camp for the kid. It's like, because I wasn't rocking with the mom no more, but I could see they were still using the account. I'm like, how long do I keep it? I'm like, fuck it. I'll keep it the full school year. You know what I'm saying? Because if I
are a good dude.
But if I pull the homework camp shit and the kid in the mix of this shit, I don't want the kid to not know how to do math.
Well, put it like this.
And then it's on me.
Fuck that kid. But this is what I'm gonna say. Exactly. As far as like when you went over there and was shoveling old girl snow, and you seen the Timberland pro. Like, what year was this?
That was damn, what year? Okay, remember? Because I remember we watched Burr's. Like maybe like Burr's first Netflix special. So it was that.
So you don't got a year? I don't know.
So that's like 2000, like early 2000s, probably.
Like maybe like 07.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like 07. 08.
Oh, 07. Oh, so that probably tone in there in that pussy. Was it a little cute? Was it a cute little Timberland print?
What up? No. I'm sure it was my Timbs.
That's funny.
I think it was
my nigga E Green said I gave a girl $300 to get a room run night because her boyfriend was beating her up. That ain't funny. And then I went, I don't know why I giggle right there, but my bad. Then I went to the room. It was a whole nother nigga leave. She said,
wow.
Look, she said it was her brother, but I knew better.
But I knew better. If he like that, you got to charge it to the game.
My nigga said, I got a few stories. I was getting played left and right living in Detroit. That's why my nigga had to move. My nigga had to go down to the Lone Star State, dog, where the women have a better sense of hospitality down there, dog. They ain't going to treat you crazy. They going to take you to Turkey Leg Hut. They gonna take you to Turkey Leg Hut, my nigga, and teach you how to ride horses, nigga, and how to eat crawfish.
Is that a real place?
Turkey Leg Hut?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. It's a restaurant everybody go down there and eat. Like, it's one of them things like where people just go because it's like a staple. It's like, oh, I'm going to Turkey Leg Hut to eat. I think it's Lynn and his wife named Queen. They slow as shit down here. That's funny.
The girls are like the place we talking about.
He probably talking about the girls. Because I just said he moved from Detroit to go down there. All right, we done touched on that. We touched on that. Was there anything else I wanted to hit on before we get in the car? He got up, he taking the shit. I want to talk about this, man. And this might even be everybody might even want to chop it up on this, but I feel we talk about simping a lot on here anyway. Bullying, man. It's some niggas in the game around here, man. As far as comedy go, they kind of bullying niggas, man. And I really don't like it, right? I don't really like it. And Kari feel away about me because it's just something about bullying I don't too much fuck with. The women slower than Detroit women. Yeah, they down south. They down south. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Down south, they just, they move a little slower. They not slower. They just kind of take differently. Like, you a good nigga here, but you a shady nigga down in Texas. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. So it's like, nigga, a good nigga here goes down in Texas and be like, damn, I can get away whatever I want on these hoes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different play. It made me think about, here go the second thing. The last time where I felt like I was getting finessed and feeling like a simp, where I was like not charging into the game. Homegirl, she was really working me because she was always like, almost every time things got like closer to something physical, it was like, I either got to go, I got to get up for work, it was always some other shit, right? But then one time she was like, I just need such a better job. I was like, all right, fuck it. Let me help you with your resume. I helped her with a resume. She got a job that she really wanted. A lot of that shit she really couldn't do, but I helped her guide that shit. So I was like, all right, cool. She was like, we're going to celebrate my new job together. So we do that. She was tired. Or even before she tired, we go out, she drinking. She like, I'm tired now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we with our girls, it's more like a group activity. And I'm like, damn, I thought this would have been like some one-on-one shit. Because I really feel like I helped you get this fucking job. Mm-hmm. Then she called me like late night during, you know what I'm saying, action hours. Yeah. And I'm thinking, all right, here we go. So the circle round about to come back. Then she played me on the, all right, when we was hanging out with my sister and my cousin, can you help my sister and my cousin with their resumes? I was like, what the fuck? I felt pure sucker. Pure sucker. That was the last time I was like, damn, this is like hard play. It was more, I gave more than I was willing to give. And that's where I was like, all right, from now on, if I give something, I got to be like, you know what, no matter what, whether they give it to their cousin, whether they don't give a fuck, whether they throw it back in my face, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Well, didn't do the damn resumes, but that shit was some sucker shit.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. If you did, I'd have fucked them up. I'd have did something. I'd have put some bullshit on there. I'd have put like a fucked up phone number or something on there. I'd have put some shit on there that got back at them, like their email address would have been @fatcat. You know what I'm saying? @fatcat or something like that. Real references, like, or put myself down as a reference when they call, but like, oh yeah, old girl wild as hell. She stole from my job. I'd find a way to fuck it up. Before I transition over, I just want to say that if a nigga, if I support your OnlyFans and this ain't shit, I'm gonna dispute them charges with my bank. So you're not gonna keep that money.
Dispute them charges.
Like if I go in there and you got some of the same shit you got on your Instagram, I'm just gonna dispute them charges. I need that back, ho. This ain't what I ain't fucking with you. So I'm just putting that out there for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Just to put that out there. That's fair. Like I said, some shit happened in the game not too long ago as far as comedy. A dude that used to be on this show all the time named Trav, he do comedy. He been doing it about 5 years, and to make a long story short, I guess he took a whole set from a comedian, a well-known comedian, Delay. And some comedians saw that and bless you. And they went up north and got that shit.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I ain't getting bit by no ticks.
Don't bring no shit down here.
They saw he was black and they was like, like, drink this water. They gave him the water.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
We saw somebody white about to drink his water, like, put that down.
Yeah.
Now I gotta hold in my next sneeze.
This nigga got the Traverse City syndrome. Traverse City motherfucking flew out this bitch. Drinking all that pumpkin spice up there, nigga. You need to drink something for your soul. But no. So a comedian, Trav, my guy, cool motherfucker. He want to do comedy, trying to do comedy, and I guess he I called and talked to him. He took somebody said delays. And a joke from Carlos Miller, and he used it on stage at an open mic. He was just trying shit. No, I ain't trying shit. He just was doing these jokes, word for word, kind of, sort of, but just whatever. You can tell it ain't his joke. He ain't really make it funny, but it didn't go over like it's supposed to. So people saw it, they addressed it, and some comedians said they called him and was like, stop doing it, and or admitted or some shit. I guess they said admitted or whatever. He didn't, and then they put a video together of the shit that they saw and spliced it with delay shit, and then put it up. They tagged delay in it. Delay commented about it. Then and they texted the delay and he said something about it or whatever. And then it was just this big thing in the comedy community where niggas was kind of going at him. And in my head, I just think that was a whole lot of sucker shit. And the reason I say that is because I'm like, do I think being a joke thief is cool? No, but he a new comedian, and in reality, new comedians do that shit all the time, subconsciously and consciously steal jokes. You know what I'm saying? Seeing a lot of comedy, being around it for a while, the nigga doing it, he 5 years into it. A lot of niggas, some of the niggas that's pointing at him, know they stealing jokes or know they kind of stole something. Nobody's called them on it though. But it's one of them things where it's like that happens as a new comedian. Like I can believe that. I'm not gonna fucking try to tear the nigga down. You know, it was just a better, in my opinion, just a better way of going about it. But instead they jumped on this nigga just because that was the best thing. They felt like that was something they wanted to do, because in reality, that don't help the comedy game. You know what I'm saying? Like the scene we in, tearing him down, what do that do? Do everybody make $100,000 doing comedy now? Or is D-Lay finna come here and get niggas specials? D-Lay don't give a fuck. He done made his money off that material. You know what I'm saying? And he not gonna book you. He not even gonna let you do a guest spot in the city when he come here. He ain't taking you on the road for that shit. So I just thought it was a bit extra and it could have been handled differently. And I think that the energy is misguided. Like everybody jumped and was so quick to like jump this nigga and kick him and beat him down, as opposed to being like, hey bro, that ain't what you're supposed to do. So just, you know, and the thing
what
about
is
it,
the best of, if you heard that this guy was doing your set word for word, like what would be the best way you would approach this?
I would holler at him about it. I'm like, hey bro, you know that's my material. Don't do it no more. But I wouldn't beat his ass. I wouldn't ostracize him, because in reality, it's just he didn't do it on TV. He didn't beat me in a competition doing it. He doing it at an open mic. So the nigga, he's caught up in the zone of, he a new comedian now. Everybody act like you got to try to be so funny. All these niggas that was on his head, you know, they so worried about being funny. So now the pressure on. So a nigga gonna do some shit like steal material because you just want to be funny, as opposed to going through your bumps and your bruises of not being funny to figure out your voice and get funny. So what I always been saying is, niggas' energy is misguided. If you want, none of that shit helped the game at all. That didn't make nothing better in the game of comedy. But T-Barb had a show tonight. Did any of them niggas promote that? The 30 seconds you took to put up that video and kind of dick suck D-Lay ain't thinking about that. He's somewhere else. Like, you know, it's got other shit going on. He don't give a fuck about that. That shit didn't change nothing. It didn't make comedy hype. It didn't put none of these niggas on who was so worried about it. Like it was fucking the game up. Like they had to police the game. But none of these niggas took the time to put up T-Bar flyer and be like, nigga, let's push this. That'll help the game more. Hey, T-Bar gonna be at this bitch every Wednesday. We promoting that show. Okay, they doing something at the Independent. Let's put that up. Even if you ain't on the show, you promote it, because nigga, that didn't have nothing to do with you. That wasn't your material. Just as much as that didn't have nothing to do with you. T-Barb show don't, because you wasn't on it, but still promote it, because nigga, in the game, if that show start popping more, the next thing you know, that's a room and a spot everybody can go to, and maybe D-Lay can come here, and then that nigga can see him up close and personal and take his shit.
Yeah. He said, see him
yeah, niggas didn't take that part, but you know, I've been doing comedy for a while. But hold on, go back up. I just want to get that part out.
Like,
I just want to get that part out, because in my head, on some serious shit, I just thought that was lame of them niggas to go at that man like that, because it ain't that fucking serious. He didn't beat you in a competition. He didn't get booked for a show that you didn't do because of that material. He was doing it at an open mic that nigga 9 times out of 10 nobody give a fuck about. You just saw it because somebody went live, and you niggas trying to police the game, nigga. That ain't you can't play defense in comedy, nigga. If you want to give a fuck about the game, that's how you do it. Promote other niggas' shit. Support other niggas, not tear motherfuckers down. He 5 years in the game. He ain't supposed to be funny, nigga. He not supposed to be funny yet. He figuring it out. But you putting pressure on niggas in the game. That's why nigga feel like he got to steal, because you niggas run around here acting like y'all getting it, like y'all not really, and you niggas really not. Go back up. I want to read some of the comments. I know E Green gonna go crazy on this one. All right, so boom, 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 boom. You made it up. Go up. Amber, keep going up. Amber said comedy community is split. Yeah, go down. That was a teachable moment for that comedian. That wasn't the way to do it. No, it wasn't. But yeah, it wasn't the way to do it at all. Hate to bring something else into the convo, but did y'all? Yeah, we saw that. Me and Corey talked about that Corey Holcomb shit. EJ said he the game of comedy, like the rapper of the game. He just get into it with everybody. 5 years, he should know better. Nah, man, he not, man. He a 5-year-old in the game of comedy, and he don't do it like that. No, it does not. Speaking for myself, 1 to 2 years, okay, but 5, that's too long. Nah, E. especially if you're not doing it every day. This nigga
I kind
not
of
doing
agree
it.
with him, bro. I'm 5 years in. I feel like you should have known better, bro.
That nigga not doing it like that. That's what y'all don't understand. It. Like that nigga's not out here grabbing the mic. Like every weekend you somewhere doing comedy around comedy. He not. He a nigga who is tiptoeing and dipping in every once in a while.
And I don't want to speak down on my bro, like, cause like you said,
he was
like,
wrong.
Like, you know, he made a mistake, but like, yeah, you should. I don't know.
He wrong in the same way that a kid is wrong for touching the stove. When you like, don't touch the stove, but don't go outside when I tell you to. If you new in the game, you don't know. You think you getting away with something. I'm gonna take this material nobody ever heard before. Nigga, I remember the first time I ever did comedy. This was like when I first tried it and then never like. And then took a long break. This when I moved to Mississippi, and then I went to Tennessee State for 2 weeks until I found out, nigga, that it cost 2 Range Rovers to go to school for a semester, and I brought my ugly ass home. I walked all the way downtown to do this open mic. It was like 2 hours, nigga. Walked through the hood to downtown Nashville to go do an open mic somewhere. And I went up, and I kind of had some thoughts that I wanted to throw out there. And I remember I closed with a Richard Pryor joke because I was like, if nothing else, this gonna work. And that's just what you do as a new comedian. Like, and I consciously did that. So in my head, he just did his version of that. And we all do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And to say he gonna be a joke thief forever is no. Like, and now he done got caught. It's like, now you definitely can't be a nigga stealing no jokes. Now you have to be so original. It's retarded. Because if you do anything funny, niggas gonna be like, oh, he got that from somebody else. But nigga, who cares what niggas think down the road? Once you get to going, you going. But Corey, I don't know if y'all was gonna say something, but I just think he's the new comedian.
I don't know if you, I mean, my point is this, like, I can't speak on the comedy as much. We told the story, like when he told me, I told the story about this rapper that similar, like sort of offense. But the thing is, like I think with Josh, just knowing Josh so much, Josh may be the most anti-bullying person I know. Like for real, it fucks with Josh. Like it really does fuck with them. And the bullying part of it is more like the picking the victim to fuck with. Because it's a lot of national star comedians that are currently taking other people's jokes, but nobody's saying anything about it because it's like that person may be able to get me on a tour, that person may be able to get me on a show, that person can get me indoors and places. That's what fucks with Josh. Because I told a similar story, and I'm gonna make it just short. It was a rapper, I ain't gonna give his name, but he used to talk shit about like all his jewelry and shit, right? And in the rap world, a lot of people wear fake jewelry. It came out that his jewelry was fake than a motherfucker because he had a charm that was basically like this damn big with his name and everything. And everybody said that's fake. It was somebody that drilled down how fake it was. Wow. And when it was like every other rapper was going in on him on like, this is just like pure Facebook days for like maybe like about a month. I didn't even know what the fuck to do because I was just like, damn, dude, now you can't really show up to these open mics. You got your girl rapping now. Your girl really kind of can't show up no more. Your homeboys, you know what I'm saying? People was like, I ain't really fuck with him like that. I mean, he paid me to do a verse. Like, he basically turned himself into a pariah in the matter of like, this one other dude doing research on like, okay, if it's this much, it should be this weight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he broke it down to the density of the
Bro, it was a fucked up moment in Bullfrog history. And I mean, I was laughing like a motherfucker too because it was funny. But
is this really your bitch, my nigga?
Bro, it was bad. So, but it was to the point where like it's so many rappers that wear fake jewelry, but nobody would press these other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when they go around with the magnets to see if people Cardi's is fake, they'd only do that shit to certain rappers.
They know who to play with.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know his Cardi's is fake, but you ain't gonna step to him like that because, you know, it's like it'll be bad. That's what I think will fuck with Josh. Yeah. It's more like, are you piling up and basically, you know, are you that person when the person down on the ground and they getting stomped, you throw your foot in, or do you take the first swing? You know what I'm saying? And if you throwing your foot in the stomping, that's kind of like it's a sucker move. You know what I'm saying? It ain't pure. You know what I'm saying? And especially in y'all world where people it's a lot of big name dudes that take jokes that I done seen where it'd be like, huh? You know, it's been times where I've been in spots with Josh, knowing it's Josh material. I look at Josh like, and then I point at him, and then Josh kind of just shrug his shoulders like, you know, That's what they do.
I mean,
just got to go back to the war room and work on it.
I mean, nigga, but you know, I freestyle a lot, but so a lot of shit niggas be like, hey man, can I have that thing you said about giraffes? I'm like, what did I say about giraffes? And they be like, say it. I'm like, huh, nigga, take it. All right, so okay, go. Y'all OGs got to pull him to the side, and nobody had an opportunity. But you know, the funny thing about it is, you know, a lot of OGs don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? So, but now I guess being that Larry, me, Will, we kind of the OGs, yeah. But you know, when you busy doing your thing, you don't really people out of that shit. I wouldn't have blasted them like that. That's what I'm saying, E Green. It's a better way to do it. That's because Amber says that's because of the internet. They think that the work doesn't have to be done because they looking for likes. The internet makes it look easy. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Go back down somewhere from.
Is that
I'm 3 years in and I'm absolutely not doing that. And the funny thing about it is, a lot of comedians, y'all don't even get that some shit that you saying niggas done said before, and you might even heard it just in passing. Like sometimes you have to look up and be like, damn, that's funny. And I put that together really fast, and it's got a beginning, middle, and an end. Did I think of it like that? Sometimes niggas just you get it subconsciously and not even realizing it. And it's just funny that some of the comedians that really jumped on them, if you went through they set with a fine-tooth comb, you be like, you know, this is such and such joke, and this is such and such. Like, let that nigga do what he doing. Even if he continue to do it, it's like, okay, he knew. Fuck it, let him slide. 2, if he a nigga who gonna keep stealing jokes, he probably not gonna be here that long. Fuck him. It's other shit to do. That's what I'm saying. Redirect your energy in the other direction. Nigga, like boost up the shit that we need to boost up. T-Barb doing the show. Larry's doing this, that, and the third. So niggas just be on swag shit. So let's not put that all new comics, because all new comics not stealing jokes. Practice your own shit. Oh, well, no, we ain't do that at all. He just happened to be a new comedian. But no, in reality, all new comedians do kind of come in the game. It's very rare that you just everything is just super original. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this. Like, okay, it takes you know, I like a lot of these other podcasts. One of the best ones, and I'm not even necessarily the biggest fan of his comedy, but Jay Phillips was on Craig Facts Joe, and he was talking about the same thing. And he said, if a comedian can take your joke, it really wasn't that good of a joke in the first place, because as you develop more and more your voice, the jokes and the voice go hand in hand. It's like Bernie Mac and the Milk and Cookies. Could Steve Harvey had delivered that joke and people would laugh? Yes, but it's not going to be as impactful because he hasn't built the caricature of who Bernie Mac is. It's like, I think the more you do comedy, you almost get into a bag where your voice starts guiding your jokes in the first place. If you just giving one-offs a joke, and hence when you're starting off, you like, okay, let me talk about sex. Let me talk about race. Let me talk about religion. Let's talk about family. You're developing what your voice will be, how you come to the stage. It's certain things I get hits, like, you know, I love seeing comedy in comedy club settings, and there's certain people I want to see. TK Kirkland was like, I gotta see him. He was on the list of I gotta see him. Some more on the list. I gotta see her in a comedy setting. Doug Stanhope, he was on that list. When we saw Joey Diaz, he was on that list. Corey Holcomb, y'all know I love Corey. He on that list, even though Corey sometimes be strange as hell. But as far as like his voice and who he is very strong. Wanda Sykes is very strong. Like, if you try to give a Wanda Sykes joke, it's like, that don't even sound like you, because it's like her and her experience is like hand in hand.
So unique to her. Like, you can even bitch who look or move like Wanda Sykes, but it's just not you. And just, I see Amber putting a lot of stuff up here, like as far as her jokes and stuff like that. And I never seen your set, but I'm almost 100% sure that you and somebody else got something similar. You just didn't read. Not to say that you took it, but it's just like the game is big, it's vast. It's a lot of people watch Dateline. Serial killer, ass dust. I don't know what none of that is, but I'm sure, like, so it's like, don't come in. Like, I don't want you to come in, because it's also new comedians coming in thinking niggas stealing from them, and you look up and be like, I've been doing this joke forever. So it's just like people get too caught up in the whole joke thievery game, where, like, I said that before too. Like, nigga, if somebody can, like, niggas ain't even writing jokes that's good enough to be stolen. Like, and that's the arrogance. You know what I'm saying? The cadence is different. What's the lie, Amber? Yes, I agree. You can only fool people for so long. Yeah, like, nigga, it's just, it ain't like singing a song. Like, comedy is definitely like, nigga, you can write a song for anybody and then it's gonna hit.
How long can you do other people jokes before it's like, because I feel like if he 5 years in a game, but he been doing that shit 4 or 5 years, I feel like that's foul. But
we
like,
don't know that though. We don't know that to be true.
If we don't know that, then we don't know that. Then I ain't gonna comment though.
They go E Green with the misogyny. He said Amber pretty fine. She better be funny.
I mean,
This nigga went and looked up her Instagram because she ain't got no
this
nigga did her real research. She's like, fuck all the jokes. Let me snort that ass dust. What that's
what it is. Let that ass dust.
She from Detroit. You don't want to get did dirty. Come see mine. Come see me fight.
But I mean, hits. That's why like the Carlin got an excellent documentary on HBO right now. It's a 2-part for 2 hours.
Oh, Carlin on HBO too?
George Carlin. He
on HBO too?
On HBO too.
HBO too.
But
we doing HBO.
George Carlin talking like he was like, yo, at 70, he looking back saying like, yo, it took me maybe about 20 years to develop the voice to deliver the comedy like what I want to do. Carlin won that, damn, rest in peace. I wish I could have seen him live before he died. But it got to a point where like, if I watch a George Carlin set, it's like the observations he makes and how he makes those observations. It's like if another person tries to do the, like, what's his most classic one? God is a crock of shit joke. It's like other comedians talk atheism. Other comedians talk about God not existing. And shit, I'm Christian all day. But the way he put that shit together, it's like, this is Carlin's voice. Yeah. You can't deny this shit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like the classic bits, Bill Cosby as himself. Like, it's like, you can't deny that shit. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock's classic, what is it? Niggas versus black people.
Yeah.
It's like Chris Rock had to do that. If Martin would have did that shit that same year, I'm not saying people wouldn't have laughed, but it wouldn't have hit the same because Martin got a different voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it just goes back to, bro, us just like, we nerds though, comedy wise. Yeah. Like, and I think with BET and Def Jam, it was so like comedy was so subtle. Okay, and I don't want to say this and be wrong, and if I am, just forgive me real quick. Comedy was more relatable. I feel like the BET, all that shit, when that kind of comedy, when it's more relatable, like we grew up with roaches. So everybody talk about growing up with roaches. Like it's almost an easier form of comedy to copy. So then everybody think that their experience is so unique that, no, I was talking about roaches and light-skinned motherfuckers and this, that, and the third. A lot of these niggas mad about jokes that ain't really even nothing to be like. It's thoughts we all had. Like niggas versus black people is like niggas some philosophical shit that I'm sure niggas thought, but nobody could put it into words the way he could. Yeah. So shit like that's the shit. Like if a nigga steal that, then you gotta have a conversation. The things that he took is throwaway shit.
Yeah.
Not to knock D-Lay and say his material ain't like that, but it's shit that I'm sure he done made his money off of it. He done made his money. Go ahead,
if it was that good, he wouldn't be doing it at an open mic. He'd be doing it at a showcase or a theater. Yeah, at least something bigger than an open mic.
In roach comedy, and like I'm not one to think that you can get off, but when CP did what he did with the roach jokes, funny, and I saw that shit evolve, it's like that shit is classic right there. It's like CP made something, and it's like from watching the comedy, it's like I watched it develop over and over and over, and I'm like, that shit is classic. By the time he gets to Def Jam, it's like I know why he's at Def Jam, and it's like he done went a whole nother lane of how to make a roach joke, way more than like, you ever dig in the cereal and roaches see there? And they'd be like, fuck this cereal. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna smile at that shit, but that ain't, and I'm not thinking about that.
And what I'm saying is niggas not putting the work in. Niggas are just saying stuff and getting laughs, and they just don't even try to change it or tweak it. So they say it at the surface level and then get mad when another nigga do it. You know what I'm saying? So it like, and that's what I mean. Even the niggas who was on his ass, it's like, you niggas ain't really developing the material. You just saying shit and being like, this mine. And nobody better not say nothing close to it because they're a joke. They like, niggas like the game. Niggas like the beef in the game more than anything. They like to say they're comedians and then try to create a box to be like, you not like me, so you can't be here. We make fun of that. You weak as hell. You ain't funny. You stole that joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was watching a comedian at a show last night that we was doing. OG. And it was a comedian on stage that they booked and was performing, and he was doing a joke. And that person was sitting back there like, ain't that such and such joke? Don't they got something? Well, they say this, that, and the third. And I just zoned out and didn't say shit. I just kept scrolling in my phone. Because in my head, it's like, so? Like, this is just jokes. We all trying shit. Like, we all got only so much space that we share. As vast as this world is, we all pull from the same pool of inspiration. So let a motherfucker try some shit. And if it sounds similar, you never know where it's going to end up at. If you put every nigga spark out, it ain't going to never the flame ain't gonna never turn into nothing. Stop that shit, bro. That shit weak. Like they sat there and kept trying to like bring niggas into it, and I just sat there and looked at my phone. I should have just looked at them and let them see that I'm like, I don't care what you talking about because that shit don't mean nothing. Like niggas ain't writing shit like that to be tripping about nobody stealing jokes and then making a video and putting it on YouTube and tagging a nigga in it. That's dick sucky. Like nigga, it's like nigga, put that energy towards the positive part, nigga. We got comedy clubs in this bitch now, a new one downtown, House of Comedy. Nigga, we got the Independent sitting over there. Keish just bought a bar. She about to put a club in. Karen Anderson about to put something. Mike Epps coming here. Like, nigga, be creative, nigga. Try to work some shit out. All that beefing and trying to put niggas on blast, bro, that shit lame, man. That shit lame, bro. That shit weak, man. They don't have to do that. And they, like you said, they know who to do that kind of shit with. And I be sitting back in the cut like, all right, I'm going to just sit back in the cut and just do my shit and work and do what I do. But the shit bothers me to a point. So I just come here and talk about this shit. But I fuck with Trav. And I stand next to the nigga. And I told the nigga, anytime I got a show, you can fuck with me. You can't do them jokes. I said, but my nigga, do your shit until it get funny. And if you need help, I'll help you. But I stand with the nigga because he ain't do shit nobody else ain't do. He ain't the first and he ain't the last nigga gonna steal no jokes. And just because he stole on me, he can fuck around and end up being the funniest nigga in the world. We don't know how niggas start off. You niggas ain't. Anyway, okay, good night, fellas. Amber Ewing, the comedian, logging off. All right, Amber.
Like, I guess the most famous joke thief, as they say, is
Carlos.
My man,
Carlos Mencia.
I wasn't gonna say Mencia.
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Oh,
The way John Witherspoon pressed him and everything.
But they don't talk about that like that. He one of them niggas they don't talk about like that.
But obviously, he went on to develop his own quirky voice and shit.
They say he used to show up at the Comedy Store, nigga, and be like, and pay the niggas who be like, you stole a joke from me. About which one? All right, he just give niggas money, like, here. Because he was just that big. Because he was just up there, mile a minute, going crazy, just saying shit. So he might, in a bit, connect something, and then something he thought of that he saw somebody do, he do. He like, oh, I did your shit tonight. Here you go.
And that's the dangerous shit. If the dangerous shit is the seasoned comedians knowing how to look at a new comedian starting off, and it's like, you got a good premise, but I'm so seasoned, I know how to make this joke work.
Yeah.
That's the dangerous shit.
That's easy. Like,
you know,
but that's where you be like, nigga, like I go to shows now to help write myself when I see niggas do shit. And I tell a nigga like, hey, bro, you should try this, that, and the third. And you should say that, and you could have went here. But in reality, everybody can't use your shit because your humor is your humor. It's almost like Luther telling somebody how to sing something, and they like, damn, Luther, I can't get up there with it. Like, my perspective is mine, but it's almost like to be a good writer, you have to be able to be like, okay, how would Kari say this, and we'll make it funny, like how they say Jay-Z wrote Still DRE for Dre and Snoop Park. But I just think it's just a better way that had done that. They could have been like, hey, bro, I feel you, but we're gonna help you write some shit then. Let's take your shit and punch your shit up. Let's not do. That's the scene. Like, nigga, you don't beat niggas down like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, I mean, and even the way Joe Rogan and them nigga, the nigga was making money off other niggas shit. He was taking from niggas that was opening for him. So, I mean, nigga, yeah, that nigga, you got to kind of get at, because you taking money off nigga, you taking food off niggas' plates. He wasn't taking no food. D-Lay didn't get less bookings because this nigga in Detroit was on Plymouth and Southfield at the starters doing his material. He ain't even getting any extra lamb chops, nigga. They didn't give a fuck. And the shit he was doing wasn't even working. It wasn't even working. Like, he was just up there, and it was like, how you bomb with another material? He did it, but that just show you. But yeah, man, I thought that was fucked up, EJ. Like, this is what's going on in the black comedy scene. That's why I'm just gonna get into the Latin world.
Hey, man. Hey, man, shout out to him. I don't really know, bro, but
good nigga, though.
Yeah, I'm sure he is, man. He do got to do better, though.
Yeah, he do. Again, I always say it, bro. I'm not taking none of the blame off of him, but he's new. 5 years, whether you don't think it's new or not, it's like 5 years, nigga. That's new.
That's longer than I've been doing it.
That E Green comment. That's interesting.
What'd he say? A traveling headliner hears a joke of mine and offered me $200 for it. I declined, and he would offer again and said other niggas would take your shit and not say nothing. At least I'm paying you for it, man.
Wow.
That's how gangster the road is.
Damn.
But shit, hey, this the thing though, E Green Hunt. Take the $200. I'm still gonna do it, nigga.
For real.
I'm gonna still do it. It's mine. Because he just basically told you I'm gonna take it anyway. So it's like, all right, well, give me 200, and I'm gonna just keep doing it. Because in reality, like you say, if you do it better than me, and I'm like, yeah, the nigga leasing the joke.
I mean, the classic one last summer, our homegirl, been on the show and everything through Precious, where she dealt with from Leslie Jones at the what was that, the MTV Movie Awards?
Yeah,
where they took the "What That Dick Do" joke from Precious. And this is what's so weird. When you saw Leslie perform it, back to like, this ain't, like it's gonna get some laughs, but it don't work like because Precious energy, her style, her whole presence is that like it makes sense that joke is in her set.
Yeah.
You know,
and
what
we
I'm saying?
get it. Like, I mean, do Precious look way better than motherfucking Leslie Jones? 100%. So it's like, you would think it would work more with Leslie Jones because she like, nigga, what that dick do? Because it's like she an aggressive, bigger looking motherfucker. But it's like, no, it just worked because it's like, nigga, you get where Precious is coming from with this shit.
Right.
Nigga said E Green said she ain't even apologize. I stopped liking her after that. Yeah.
I think Leslie's response, and it's funny because I think I want to see her live. She coming here soon too. Yamanika on Yamanique Saunders podcast was like, I was working with writers helping me punch up. I wasn't responsible for that. So that was kind of her response. But I agree with you, E Green. That shit was, I don't know. I think Leslie probably should have handled that situation different.
Oh, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? She definitely should have handled that shit differently and reached out and connected with Precious because Precious was fucked up behind that.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, you get in the game and you trying to make your grounds and you got merch you selling. And, nigga, this is like a joke of hers. Like, nigga, this was like her signature bitch. Like, I ain't saying this was her first one that hit, but this one, they like, oh, we know Precious for this.
Yeah, I mean, she had, when she came here to the D, she had merchandise.
That's what I'm saying. She got
you know
merch.
what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, you got merchandise connected
you
to
got
it.
merch.
So it's like, really, you know.
Nigga, this shit is meat and bread for me, nigga. This how I'm eating. So I just think it's just better ways to handle it. And I know niggas gonna play me crazy and they gonna think I'm just passionate about this shit. I've been doing it a long time. I care a lot about this shit. So when I see niggas do shit a certain way, you know, I feel a way about it. He was fucked up, but I don't think he meant nothing by it. And I think if niggas would have hollered at him the right way, shit could have, you know what I'm saying, been different. Like, yeah, nigga, don't come at a nigga on some hoe shit. Nigga, hey, bro, hey, we'll help you write some new shit. Hey, show him the video before you put it up and then be like, yeah, I did it. Because now he got to humble himself. Because, nigga, you ever get caught stealing or cheating or fucking up? That's some embarrassing shit after you done double down. So now he got to double down like, no. And now you niggas put this video up, you feel crazy. So, nigga, like, hey, bro, show him the video. Hey, bro, we ain't going to do this to you, my nigga. Like, you niggas out here, it's just like, nigga, put your energy into something else, man. You niggas not going to get nowhere doing that.
Made me think last time I got caught stealing, I'm in the self-checkout line in Meyer. I'm like, they about to charge these to the game. And then the security lady was like, I don't think you rung up everything. And I was like, you right. And that lady looked at me like, motherfucker, you was trying that bullshit.
Now, what if that lady would took that video and sent it to delay? Like, look at this nigga stealing over here in the self-checkout. You'd have felt stupid. They'd be like, why you have to send delay there? Why is everybody sending delay shit? Nigga don't give a fuck about me.
That'll besmirch the hell out of my character.
Yeah, nigga, y'all here fucking other niggas' wives. He got other shit on his hands. But all right, man, that's all I wanted to talk about. I feel like we covered all the topics, man. What I got coming up? I'm in Lima this weekend. Come fuck with me.
Ohio?
Lima, Ohio, man. They fuck with me out there.
Be building with you, bro.
They love me out there. Shout out to B and his wife, and the whole city. I can't even call it whole. Shout out to Lima.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be out there fucking around this weekend, so I'm out there. EJ, what you got popping?
Every Friday and Saturday, or every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we got the Independent Comedy Club. Come out. Tickets online at theindependentcc.com.
Go fuck around, Cardi.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Oh, same old, man. You know, just about to switch over into a lot of editing, a lot of video, a couple projects coming into effect. We're gonna be doing something Josh Adams independent style soon too. So we already is working through what that's gonna be. It's gonna be fun.
Hey, and let me tell you what it might be. It's gonna be a bunch of niggas doing other niggas jokes at that bitch.
Hilarious.
That's the theme, nigga. You can come through, nigga. You can just do other niggas. It's gonna be like karaoke comedy. You can come through. That's hard though. Like you can come through, like nigga, a place where you can come steal freely. Like you can come through your favorite bit at the Independent, and then niggas get mad. We can scrap outside about it, nigga.
No,
that's what it is. No. What's your IG, EJ?
EJ Watson 111 on everything. EJ Watson 111. That's 3 times 37. That's the number I wore in football when I was at Western.
Speaking of football, man, I was on HBO.
Yeah,
I'm playing, man. I don't want you
to talk your shit, bro, because you only got about 10 seconds of this fame left.
Juice out of there.
You better use it.
I was the hottest nigga in the nation about 2 days ago. Hottest nigga in the nation. Nah, man. Thank y'all for listening, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like, share, subscribe, send this to motherfuckers, man. Y'all be cool, man. Tell somebody you love them. I like saying that. Peace out.
Goodbye, everybody.